Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I am Sarah and you are joining me on a very, very cold January day back in my sunroom. Probably going to do a couple of videos from this sunroom because it's really cold right now. In fact, we're about to get snow, and by the time you guys see this video, it'll probably be snowing here in the greater Atlanta area. My oldest daughter is really excited because, of course, she hasn't seen snow in about 3 years. And I'm pretty excited too because I'd love to see this property and the hydrangeas and the evergreens, the camellias and everything covered in a little bit of snow. So we'll do a video of that here coming up, so be looking for it. But today it's all about summer 2024 and my favorite cut flowers to grow, my favorite zinnias, my favorite types, my favorite colors. So I want to share those with you today. We're going to go back in time and I'm going to show you the different pictures that I have from my cut flower garden and just everything that I grew up there. I love having fresh flowers to bring in the house, to give to friends, housewarming gifts, you name it, whatever it is. We take them to my daughter's dance studio. It's just a really fun thing to be able to do. I don't sell any of them yet. I've kicked around the idea of maybe doing that. We'll see if we get to it in the future, but for now we just grow them for ourselves. And there's a couple varieties that are just standout varieties. We also do pollenless sunflowers and cosmos as well. So I will go over those with you too. They're great for southern gardens. They're great for any garden in the United States, in my opinion, and they're great for beginners. There's only a couple things that you might run into. Powdery mildew is something my dog wants to talk to you guys too. Powdery mildew is something that affects them sometimes, but neem oil will take care of it. And just stripping the leaves off when you make bouquets works just fine. And then you might need to stake some of the really tall varieties. You can use bamboo stakes for that, or just let them grow together. And they kind of hold each other up. You're not growing them to sell, and you're just growing them for yourself. It's okay if some of them kind of, lean over or whatever. It's gonna be just fine. So anyway, let's get into this video and let me show you my favorite flowers that I think you should grow this year.
So this is one of my favorite little bouquet mixes, all of these shades. And then to start my cut flower garden, I just used the cardboard method. I used painter's paper, which is like cardboard paper, and rolled that over cardboard boxes and just covered it with soil to make the rows. I put mulch in between, and it worked really well for this hard Georgia clay. I'm a big fan of the no-till method. And then here is a long shot of the garden. This is the first season. It really took off very, very quickly. Zinnias are not too picky about their soil, which is great. And then here is a shot of my daughter in front of the zinnias, and you can see how tall they really get. The varieties I grow are about 3 feet. There I am with a watermelon in front of them. And then you can kind of just see how I group the shades together. I like to clump all the different shades, like yellow, and then the whites together, the oranges together. So I just feel like there's more impact that way. One of my favorites, my actual favorite, is this one. This is Zinnia Deep Red Zinnia. And I just love this color. It's like a wine red kind of color. It is so great for late season color, in the summer and the fall. I love this shade. And then I'm going to show you a shot of how it looked. I had it growing in the back along the fence, and I had my purples and then my yellows in front of it. Here's a little bouquet of how it looks with orange mixed in. Really love those two combinations together. And then another little bouquet that I had. This one is a beautiful Uproar Zinnia is the name of it. It is a lilac color, and it also kind of fades to a muted lilac. Really loved this one as well. Very strong plant, nice sturdy stems. This is the one that we took to my daughter's dance studio every weekend and made little bouquets for them. And it's actually my daughter's favorite color too. And can't argue with her. It is a beautiful shade. And then you can see I had her planted right in front of my yellows. The butterflies loved her. I mean, they love all the zinnias, honestly, but the monarchs were definitely visiting and happy. And then here is how it looks with just that shade in a bouquet. And then here's another shot of that. And then we have a little bouquet that we took to the dance studio. This is kind of what I would take every week. I would blend in the lighter lavender with that zinnia. And that lighter one is actually Cinderella, which is supposed to be the cupcake variety. But down here in the South, if it's really warm, they don't really turn out like a cupcake. They grow regular. Here's Benary's pink, giant pink zinnia. And this one would end up blooming in different shades of pink, which I just loved because I love having the depth in my bouquets of just different shades of pink from the same seed that I planted. And just gorgeous colors of pink. There's this shot right here is kind of later in the season. It's a little bit more faded, and they do get a little chubbier and a little fatter, a little bit more cupcake looking. You know, they call them cupcake zinnias, the fat ones, as the weather cools. And then here's another shot of them all together with some white blended in. And I had them growing along the back fence line. You can see how they kind of fade to this almost sweet tart look, like a sweet tart shade. And then here is giant orange zinnia. It's just called giant orange. It's not one of the Benary's groups of zinnias. It's a different one, and I really adored this color too, especially once again for fall or late summer. You know, you have all the orange pumpkin decorations coming in early fall, and they look really great with that. And just a really strong plant, and you can't go wrong with it. I'm definitely going to be growing more of the orange and red this season. This one was a strange hybrid that just popped up. And then there's my daughter, which is some of the Isabellina yellow, and of course that red. Here is the polar bear white zinnia. I thought this one would be a favorite of mine, but it turned out to just be so-so. It wasn't my favorite. Here's another little mixed bouquet. And then we have the Isabellina. These are really fast growers, or Isabellina maybe. Also from Johnny Seed. All of these zinnias are from Johnny Seed, by the way. So you can pick them up there. And the Isabellina, or Isabellina, grows about a week faster than the others. Here is Pro Cut White Sunflower. It is a pollenless sunflower, also from Johnny Seed, and really great to grow. Here's Mulan Rouge. Another one that is pollenless that I grow is actually a branching sunflower. And then here is a little bouquet with the sunflowers and the zinnias there mixed in. I'm so excited for this season, guys. Looking at all these pictures gets me excited. Here's a video that I shot, but it was shot for Instagram and not for YouTube. I wasn't in my YouTube era at that point, so I didn't shoot it the long way, but you can still see here how beautiful the garden looks with all of these just massive zinnia plants. They are just something else. So much bang for your buck, really. And then there's my daughter. You can see how tall they are compared to her, and she's a pretty tall girl herself. It's just like a zinnia wonderland up there on the hill. And then a long shot, you can really see the pink there on the side. And then I have some cosmos. These were the Rubenza, I believe is how you pronounce it, cosmos. Got them from Eden seed or Eden flowers. And then I also had a shot of them up on the mantle.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that it warmed you up a little bit looking back at summer and the beautiful flowers. And truth be told, summer will be back here before you know it. Time does really just move so incredibly fast. But anyway, if you would give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, we would love to see you right back here next time in the next video at the Real Southern Garden. Bye.